Well, good morning.
Morning!
Welcome to the another episode of Icewind Dale.
Woo! Episode 2, baby!
Welcome back.
Who remembers what happened last time?
A lot of stuff.
A lot.
We were hired by. I don't remember his name. Her name? Her name. His name.
Name, what's her?
Somebody take notes.
Danica.
Danica, is that the. Oh, yeah, okay. She gave us the
She
lantern.
gave us the
so we
quest.
So we could track down a fancy spirit known as a Chwinga. Chwingas. And we were meant to capture them without harming them. On our way over, we met a dwarf who we helped get their oars back, and they gave us a 10-person discount off of the next thing that we get. And then we went to Bryn Shanders. Where are we from? Where did we go from there? What's the town name? Where's the map?
What, slaves?
Slaves?
You said a 10-person discount.
Oh, that's what I wrote down because Eskel misheard them, and that's what she believes how you say percent.
Pretty much, we just got a discount. We are in,
Targos?
I think,
Then we make it to Bremen.
Brendan. Yeah. I don't see the other. I thought, yeah, we're in Brendan because we crossed that river.
That's right. We didn't go into Targos. We just kind of walked around it.
We did not
never
go
officially went in.
At Bremen, in the spooky lake, we met a awakened plesiosaur. Yeah, plesiosaur.
Yes.
And we named them Lucy, and we are best friends. And we are trying to get them to befriend the people of Bremen.
Lucy is also scared that she will lose the ability to talk and be conscious.
Yes, they're afraid that the person that awakened them told them that they would lose their awakenedness if they were to not attack Bremen. But we know that's false. We had to try to convince them.
And then we also talked to the lady of the thing, and we took a little mini quest to find her son.
Yeah,
Though she's not technically said we should. But
yeah,
I think we all
if we do
agree
see, if we find any evidence of her son, we are going to get him.
So, Lou, we left off. You had just spoken with the researcher who wanted information about the ascended plesiosaur.
Yes.
Wait, did you ever ask their name? Did you even know that?
I don't remember.
I think we did not.
Asking's the name.
Well, their name is Tally.
I think we just kind of said, okay, we'll help you, because we were kind of at the lake already.
Yeah.
We didn't actually I think we did get the fisherman's name, but I did not write it down because I didn't feel it was important.
All right, and our group name is the Axemen.
Yeah, the Axemen.
That's very important.
So yes, we left off with you just leaving the tavern after having talked to Tally. You had asked them where the speaker lived, I believe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go talk to the speaker to convince them to befriend Lucy.
Okay. So you make your way around a couple buildings to a larger building behind the Five Taverns square or center. Five Tavern Center is the very large town hall.
Very big.
Kid, who's the best at talking?
Not me.
Grit and
I just learned common.
grit and pretend if we want.
Not me. I hardly know language.
Trick goes and knocks on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there's no answer.
Wait, a skill? How did you just learn common?
Like a year ago. I come from a place we speak Yetish.
I speak Yeti.
Yes, the common language.
What does that even sound like?
Drit says hello in Yeti.
Eskel responds to Drip by saying, "Nice to meet you" in Yeti. I don't know what it sounds like. Probably very like.
It's a mixture of different types of growls and the occasional whoop.
Woo.
Drit says he is doing nice and hopes you have a nice day.
She responds, "You are a very nice gentleman."
She like that.
There's no word for nice in Yeti, so the closest equivalent would be tasty.
You tasty gentleman.
Yes, you have a tasty day. You as well. She like that.
Don't even want to know what was said.
Thing you say every day. Feel nice.
Eventually,
Do we
somebody comes up from behind you. You going in? Excuse me.
Oh, who are you?
Jekyll.
Are you the speaker?
No, I just going inside. If you want to speak to the speaker, he's probably in there. In his office.
Maybe that's why he didn't.
We
answer
just
the knock.
go in?
The guy kind of just looks down at the ground, shakes his head a little bit as he's trying to push past all three of you.
Yeah,
I move out of the way.
First thing I learned here, not to burst into houses, and now this.
Caleb would
Maybe it's not a house.
Would
Maybe it's a building just for government.
I guess yeah, Skill's gonna open the door.
I guess Drit will follow the man inside. Where is his house? His office?
Oh, you. Go through that door. He points to the right-hand door. You've entered into a larger entry place where there's stairs kind of in the center that go up and split up into two different doors on either side. Underneath the stairs, there's a door on the right and there's a door on the left.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Drit starts heading towards the door he told him.
I just start following Drit.
Oh, there's no door on the left. On the left is just very decorated empty space.
Oh, I thought he said right.
Yes, on the right. On the right there's the doorway, but on the left I was incorrect. There's not a doorway.
Oh, okay. Drit opens the door.
Yeah,
if the door is closed.
Yes, but unlocked. So you make your way into the next room. This next room contains rows of desks and filing cabinets. And there are several overstuffed lounge chairs. Behind some of these desks are a couple people who look up as you enter. Somebody stands up. Good morning. How can I help you?
Are you is it the speaker? Or
I don't know if you know the speaker for Bremen. You probably know them by name, but I don't know if you know them by appearance.
No, I'm asking it. I was wondering if it was the term speaker.
Oh, the speaker is the term. Yeah.
Are you speaker?
You wish to see the speaker?
Yes.
All right.
My French.
I will fetch him for you. Please take a seat. He points to the stuffed lounge chairs.
Drit goes and sits down. He looks very uncomfortable, but he does what he's asked.
They are all so overly stuffed. When you sit down, you like sink a few inches, and your legs, like your knees, are like higher than your chest, almost.
Have I seen lounge chairs like this before?
Not to this extent. Like, you've seen padded chairs, but I don't know if you've seen overstuffed chairs.
Yeah, she like looks down at them, just like sitting on dead animal.
They are very, very plushy, and I don't think I enjoy them.
Drit's just sitting on them.
Need somewhere sturdy to sit, like rock or stone log. Looks around. Are there any chairs that aren't super stuffed?
The ones behind the desks.
She'll go over and take one out from behind the desk and put it in front of it and sit in it.
So the other people that are behind the desks just
Oh, there's still people here?
There are people, yes. One of them talked to you and left.
Oh, how many others are here?
There's two others.
I will roll wisdom. Yeah, she'll take a chair.
All right, so you go take the chair of the one guy who left, and then the other two just very obviously just start staring at you.
She waves.
At the wave, they kind of turn back to their work, but anyone paying attention could see them glancing over every now and then, like, what? You have broken these people.
Why do we not have a charisma-based character?
After not too long, the guy comes back in. All right, the speaker will see you. If you go through here, you'll find yourself in a storage area. He's down the hall to the left. Don't fall down the stairs.
Drit gets up and then starts walking where he pointed.
Thank you.
Right. You make your way into the large storage room. Directly to your left is a staircase that goes down with no sort of railing around it or anything. And you're at the base side, so the stairs descend towards you.
All right.
So you have to go around that to go down into the tunnel, or not the tunnel, the hall.
Drit proceeds.
Around we go.
The speaker's room is filled with tapestries and painted landscapes. In the middle of the room is a large table surrounded by high back wooden chairs.
Oh, finally, sits in chair.
Sitting at a chair at the far end is a very much older dwarf with a what you would call an unflappable calmness on his face.
Hello.
You see his eyes. He was basically staring at not much when you entered, but saying hello, his eyes narrow and fix. Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
We wish to talk to you about the monster that has been eating your ships.
Monster, eh? Did you find it?
Yes, we befriended it.
Oh, good. You friended the monster. That's very nice.
One important thing, monster awaken smart. Need to believe that person who awaken will take away smart if they do not attack. You need to take measure to befriend beast and prove to it that it's not in danger.
His emotionless face is just staring at you.
Drit is looking at him. Is he conscious?
Roll an insight check. He's very conscious and he's listening, but the way his eyes don't move is slightly unsettling.
Drit is now rubbing his his thumbs together, like holding his hands together and rubbing it like he's uncomfortable.
So, hello?
Hi. Friended the monster. Yeah. Then what happened?
You need to prove to monster that you friend and not that it won't lose intelligence.
I proved to monster I have intelligence.
No, no.
So you need to prove to the monster in the lake that if it is to stop attacking your boats, that it will still retain the intelligence of which it was given.
I see.
A
All
mage
I
gave
needed
it
was a good.
intelligence and it woke it up.
All I need was a good, intelligent explanation. I understand.
It looks
Narrows
down,
eyes.
kind of sad.
The exact same expression on his face now stares at Vokenshad.
Now, if you do not do this shortly, we only have it befriended for a short while. You may want to get on top of that for you.
You're gonna get on top of it?
We'll need you to get on top of it.
Me?
It's
Oh.
attacking. Maybe having someone else try to convince it, because it did not quite believe us.
When you convince it, you will not lose intelligence. Understood.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if he really does understand. No.
He might. It's those eyes are very disconcerting. You're really
I don't
struggling with him.
Okay, well, we just thought we'd report in and let you know what you need to do.
All right, I'll get somebody on that right away.
Come on, guys.
And narrows her eyes at him and leaves.
You see him
Brit
sit back
kinda
and
nods.
yeah, he sits back and watches you go with that exact same expressionless face.
So he weird to you guys?
Drit nods. He makes me uncomfortable.
He act like corpse.
Corpses tend to be a little bit more rigid than that, but he did not seem quite all there.
Those eyes of corpse.
Yeah, his eyes were weird.
Are we back in the room that had the other people with the desks?
You're back in the sort of the hallway where the storage room is, unless you're heading out.
I mean, yes, probably.
Okay. You make your way back out through the area with the people with the desks.
Is he okay?
Is who okay?
Speaker, he eyes look far away.
I was probably just thinking about something.
Have you spoken to him?
I speak to him every day. It's my job.
So it's normal. He look far and look like not paying attention.
Listen, do you need anything else?
No.
All right. Then there's a wide open world out there. Here, have a silver. He puts it on the desk. Go buy yourself a drink.
Okay.
Does Drit grab it because it's being placed out?
I guess if it was placed before him, he grabs it.
All right, go get yourself some drinks.
Thank you for your hospitality. Come on, guys.
This place is weird. Why I feel like you're trying to get rid of me?
When we're out of earshot from the man and from the group, Speaker's probably not got much wrong with him. It's just we are different. Not many people like difference.
I mean, he could have just asked us to go first, but he chose to pay. People only really
Is
want you to...
this an unusual custom for them to pay to make us leave?
Money isn't used a lot around here, and silver is a lot of money.
Yes, see? This is weird.
It's weird, but this is also a very small town, and I don't think we should be questioning their tactics. I think he was trying not to be mean.
No, this lots of money. I think I think something wrong with Speaker. I don't think Speaker are going to do anything about Lucy.
Not sad. Not sad.
Yeah, there's a possibility
Poor
that he doesn't do
Lucy.
anything, but it's his town. It's his decision.
No,
Yeah.
Lucy is ours to protect. Where's Tali?
I don't think he's going to outright attack Lucy.
Yes, but he might not help, which will make Lucy not know. Lucy needs to know.
The only person I can think that's going to be better at talking to her than we were is going to be Tally, and I don't think the townspeople are going to really care one way or another.
Let's find Tali. Perhaps she can find a way to convince it.
She was in the inn that we just came from.
Let us go.
All right, so you make your way back into the tavern you just came from. I believe was the Stone Tavern. You walk in. You scan the room. You look at the table where you last left Tally, and you don't see them.
Perhaps she go to check the coast? Is there
She
anybody
could
else
have.
in here?
There's a couple people, but pretty much the only people who are in here look like your average fisherman, pretty much, either skipping out for the day or people who haven't had work in a while.
Well, things are eating their ships, so Drit can understand.
Perhaps if we convince them to befriend the beast, then that will still help.
If we couldn't convince the speaker, I doubt we'll be able to convince the people.
Something wrong with the speaker. These people don't have dead eyes.
I'll leave it up to you.
Hello, fisherman. Guy comes over.
You just pick a random table.
Yeah.
Okay. They all look up at you, very tipsy.
I guess she'll choose one that looks like people who are out of work rather than just skipping it.
Okay. They're much more patchworked. They have drinks, but they're drinking them a little bit more carefully.
So, are you out of fishing work because of beast attacks?
Yeah? What of it?
Well, I have spoken with the beast.
Ha! She's spoken with the beast, boys! The entire tavern starts laughing.
I have. Well, do you want to see? I can call them.
You can what?
I become friends with beast. It's very nice. Come see.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, big numbers. Oh, that's performance. Shoot. It's the same penalty. So, yeah.
3.
Yeah. Unless someone wants to help me and give me advantage or something.
The table you were talking to stands up and start looking you down.
Looking me down?
Well,
How tall are they?
look, not looking down at you, looking you up and down.
Mm.
Friend of the monsters, huh?
Drit is just standing right by Woken Shade and just standing there watching.
You summon the beast, huh? You tell it to go after our boats,
Nope,
to
I told
attack
you
our
not.
people!
Oh boy, oh boy.
At this point, the rest of the tavern starts to stand up.
Drit comes over and says, "She has had too many drinks." And tries to persuade them and kind of
Give us
tries to.
persuasion.
Why?
You start walking over, somebody grabs you by the shoulder and decks you in the face. Roll for initiative,
Oh boy.
as you're now in a bar brawl.
I think Eskel's just gonna leave.
Are you guys just trying to leave? Or are you gonna
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm not going to fight.
I'm going to
If
see what the group does.
everyone else is leaving, Drit's just gonna hold his head on cheek where he got punched. Is like, I just wanted to stop. Is like looking down,
You start making
utterly defeated.
So instead of initiative, you guys are all, unless you're doing something specific, all just trying to make your way to the exit, correct?
Pretty much.
I follows the other two, so yeah.
Yeah. So you're making your way out. They don't stop you at this point. But they are all walking towards you and sort of gathering and huddling around you and sort of pushing you as you're going towards the door. But they are leaving you a path to leave. Once you get outside of the tavern doors, they slam the door behind you.
Maybe it's best if Beast eats them.
Trip's kind of sad because I just wanted to stop it. Trip think the monster should.
I mean, if you're sad about not getting a drink, there are 4 other taverns to get one from.
Well,
I
you
don't
saw
want to drink.
Well, you just saw Drit gets. Oh, I thought you. Oh, you're asking it. Okay. Drit's sad because he just got slugged for no reason.
It's okay, Drit. They were morons anyway.
Drit nods. Glad he has a friend.
People stupider than me. When I first came here, at least. Now I'm rather smart. But how are we going to deal with this?
They have very little chance of actually hurting Lucy. You've seen what she's able to do to their sheeps.
I'm more upset that they not be friend with Lucy. Lucy needs friend. Lonely in the water, believe everything anyone tells them.
And I'm aware of that, but there's not much we can do. The town itself is not too fond of her, and she's not too fond of the town.
We could try to learn that spell that made Lucy alive and make her a friend.
That's not quite how spells work.
No, could be. Awaken another beast to be friend.
That is more of an option.
I believe that's what he was saying.
That's what I said.
Oh, I apologize. From the way it was worded, it sounded like trying to reawaken her to be friends with us.
No. Perhaps we look at the coast to see if we find Callie?
Drit kind of shrugs.
We do have another job that we're supposed to be doing right now, guys.
Job's small, but all we get from that is money.
And the option to start gaining rapport in towns, meaning stuff like what just happened wouldn't happen.
I don't care about what they think. What other place can you get beast friend?
You're already friends with the beast. You don't need to worry about that part.
Won't be friends with the beast if the beast continues to do all this. Now if the people find out the beast is friendly, then any sort of bad impression we left will be lost.
I mean, there's not much we can do on the town's sake. The town does not want to befriend Lucy. There's
No,
nothing
that part doesn't.
And I'm pretty sure talking to a bunch more drunken men who are going to say, "Hey, I can summon the beastie." It's
Not
going
drunk,
to only cause
talk
more
to
issues.
sober.
No one is going to be sober at these times.
What time is it?
You were fishing for most of the day, so it's probably just and you fished for most of the morning, I believe. You only were out there for a few hours.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 to 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, plenty of people fish at this time. I'll go check.
So you're walking back
I'm
to
gonna
the
stop
docks.
arguing with her.
Yeah, going back to the docks.
You make your way back to the docks. You see most of the ships are gone. The dwarf that had hired you before, gone. But his boats are still there.
Where is Talia around?
Give me a perception check. It's really hard to pick out specific people because everybody's so bundled up. But you have seen her in her, or you have seen them in their winter clothes before. So you know what those look like. You don't believe you see those around. You're looking around, you see one, you're like, oh, but not that she didn't. They didn't have one of those.
Tali?
Nobody looks at you.
Hmm.
She might have left after we told her what happened.
Probably she wasn't really here for the beast. I just feel bad for the thing.
I can understand feeling bad for it, but there's not really much we can do for it.
Well, with hope, perhaps it will communicate on its own.
That's the best we can hope for.
Well, look for the Chwingas.
That's what I think we should do for the moment.
Well, they're not in tow. Since we already searched the town.
But we can check if they're out into the lake.
So you're
Perhaps there's just not any in this town.
you're at the edge of the lake right now. You're on the dock.
I think we already scanned and didn't see anything. Do you want me to light the lantern again?
Might as well.
Drit lights the lantern.
You light the lantern, and the flame is regular, very plain.
Drit shakes his head. No spirit, or no. What was it?
Chwinga.
Quinga.
We've not really been told where they're at. Just that they hang out near towns. If my memory even serves.
I believe that is the case. Perhaps we check different town.
We could check a different town. And there's another town between us and where we started. We may as well try it out. It's a bigger city.
I suppose we could check, but I thought they go to small towns.
There may
Could
be
be.
just forests, not actual towns.
It could be in between here and there. So a good idea may be having it lit as we walk back.
May need to buy more oil.
I have a few vials. Drit pulls out 4.
How long does one vial last?
6 hours?
I think so.
So we have a little over a day's constant use on the vials.
We could buy more.
How long does it take us to walk to the next town over?
Looks like Caleb.
From the last time, from when you were here, it took you approximately 2 hours to get to Targos. Or to get from Targos to here.
Okay, that's plenty of time. We have plenty of oil to get to Targos.
Do you think we get there before nighttime?
Probably, if not close to sundown. Well, darkness. But yeah.
We go now then.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'm fine with that.
So you're making your way to Targos?
Drit pulls up his hood and prepares the hike.
Alright. Making your way back from Bremen to Targos, you have to go south along the river to the point where you crossed before, where you believe is it to be the safest. Cross.
Drit does have his lantern lit.
Okay.
Drit, didn't you grow up in Lonelywood?
I did.
Maybe we
Mom's
could
there.
try. We could try around there.
We could. There might be some people that know about stuff over there.
So why don't we get to Targos? We'll rest in Targos for the night, and then we'll make our way towards Thermalane and then Lonelywood.
Sounds good to me.
Drit nods. He actually looks kind of excited because he gets to he can go home.
Okay. Somebody roll me a d8, please. You get across the frozen river, and the wind starts to pick up. Snow starts to fall, and it very quickly becomes a whirling blizzard.
Drit looks at Askel.
I start
As
holding
she-
on to a scale.
Yes, I lead. Um, yes, we cannot be lost, thankfully.
Yeah, that's what happened the last time.
Yep.
Ooh.
So yeah, just holding on to the other two, she'll guide them through.
All right, Mama Duck, lead us home.
All right. Give us a survival check, leader. That's leading the charge.
Yes, this is Arctic related, right?
Yes, sir.
So add 2 to this. 16.
16. You get through. You're starting to get through, going back up the river towards where you know the road is. And you start to hear something. A jingling of metal out in the blizzard.
Can I perception to see what it is?
You can roll a perception.
Do we all hear the jingling?
Yeah. It's not doesn't seem to be something hiding from you, if that's what you're asking.
That is my perception.
Listening out, this perception has disadvantage, by the way, because of the blizzard.
Gosh,
Roll that one
dang
more
it.
time. It's far enough away that you can't really figure out exactly what it is.
What's the jingling?
I don't know. Should we check?
Oh,
It's up ahead,
No.
kind of where you were going.
I guess we keep going, see what it is.
is it up ahead of us?
Yes.
Okay.
And slowly we should do this very, very quietly.
Yes.
So are you stealthing?
No, not loudly.
All right. So you just walk.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
You see the tracks before you see whatever's making them. Two
What do they-
long grooves with several feet around.
Can we have any of
Ooh.
us see?
Ooh, I check tracks.
A survival check.
Is it with disadvantage?
Not this time.
I get a +2, I guess. And I get to know how many of them there are, how big they are, and how long ago they passed through here.
4 dwarves pass through maybe a minute ago, and you can hear them up ahead. They're not being very quiet. They're whatever they have is very, very loud and jingly.
Dwarves.
Would I know they were dwarves too with the 16?
Yeah, it's not super hard to. Well, you know they're humanoid with larger feet, so dwarves tends to be the answer to that.
Yeah.
Hello.
The jingling comes to a stop.
Hello.
You should not have done that. You should not have done that.
Let's just continue.
Where do I know a general direction of where the jingling was coming from when it stopped?
You could
I
follow
think
the
it-
tracks.
The tracks are still fresh. It should be an easy
I
track.
guess that's true. Yeah. Perhaps they deaf.
Or they want to stay hidden.
Good luck with that.
I mean, the last dwarves that we helped did lose something in the snow and were attacked by a yeti.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep going until we find whatever is there.
All right, you reach them pretty quickly. Two dwarves are pushing a large sled that is covered. It's full of something. And then two dwarves kind of stand next to the sled with kind of their heads turned over their shoulder with weapons drawn, and as you walk up they turn to face you, and the two pushing the cart stop and just stare at you.
Brit waves at them.
Hello. You lost?
They don't speak back. They just stare.
Do you guys speak Dwarven?
You speak common? Yiddish? Asks in Yiddish.
The other two draw their weapons, but then don't move.
Drit holds his hands out.
Yeah, holds up hands.
I do hold up my hands.
What are the likelihood that they don't even speak common?
I mean, they are
Uh,
dwarves. Their primary language is dwarvish.
Move
What?
on! Or fight!
You do speak?
Move on, or fight!
Let's just go.
You sound like they don't know much. Okay, bye. Just leaves.
They keep the cart between... they keep themselves between the cart and you the entire time. And you walk on.
Seems like they're probably transporting money.
Money, goods, something jingly. Make sure that we keep an eye on
Or-
them. because
Whatever it is.
You'll need to keep an eye on the direction that they are, because they might try something funny.
Yes, I check.
Eventually you come up to the gates of Targos. They are currently closed. The blizzard is still raging.
Knock, knock, knocks on the gates.
Or like pound, pound, pound on the gate.
It's a
I don't
knock
think
motion,
they can.
but sounds like pounding when it's a skull doing it.
I don't think they can hear us.
Hello?
Is it a wooden or a stone gate?
Stone.
Yep.
Pretty much anywhere that doesn't have a forest next to it doesn't really build almost anything out of wood.
And I would know that.
Lonelywood has lots of built out of wood.
It is
Nice, nice cabins.
yeah.
But eventually you hear a shout from above. Who goes there?
Traveler!
We just seek a way to get out of the storm.
Hold on! Eventually, you can see the gates are starting to open.
Oh, good.
And you enter Targos.
You may want to keep someone on point. There were some dwarves that we passed. They looked to be transporting some sort of goods.
Thank you for letting us in.
Upon your entry, you see 3 armed guards. They're not pointing them at you or anything. They're just holding large pikes.
City Watch.
Good to see.
Thank you for letting us in.
Of course, you're gonna want to go down this road here. You're gonna make your way to the Luskin Arms. They'll have rooms for you.
Thank you.
Yelling
Thank
over
you.
the wind and snow. Thank you!
He nods and they start shutting the gate. And I'm glad you spot those dwarves. They should be here soon, you say.
Yeah.
Yes!
Good.
And off
Perhaps
to the
they
tavern.
find out we say that about them, and then they'd be nice to us.
Eh,
We
little
were,
dark.
we were in
Someday.
a blizzard. I mean, if we were bandits, that's pretty easy to attack them.
If we were the bandits, we'd be very terrible bandits. He wouldn't have said hello.
Fair enough. Wait, are there bandits in these areas?
There are plenty of bandits.
Okay, I was just wondering. Oh, wait. Why would I ask that?
This is one of the best benefits of being a small group. Bandits typically only target larger people, in larger groups.
We very large group, like, puts arm around Dret.
Yeah.
You guys are a very large group. I am tiny.
Perhaps you kindly make up for our beak.
Maybe. Anyway, let's get to the tavern.
Yes, I'm starving.
So you follow the guard's directions. You go kind of down the main road. You come up to a cliff where below there are more buildings. And you have to go around, down the cliff, down a main path that takes you down the cliff. And then to the building known as the Luskin Arms. You enter in. The place immediately smells of the whale oil that so many places, anywhere that doesn't have access to a lot of wood, burns this whale oil. It's a very old-looking building. The entire place kind of looks a little rickety. But there are several people in here.
Find a table and sit
Drit
down.
is brushing off snow.
And while the place in here is definitely a lot warmer due to the fire, it is still fairly cold. As you're walking, you can definitely feel the wind still trying to blow on you from below the floorboards. You go sit at a table, and you're sitting there for a while before the balding man that's behind the counter eventually sighs, stands up. You thought he was standing before, but now he stands up, and he's rather large. And then walks around the counter and comes over to you. What can I get you?
What do you have?
Yes.
You're right. It's a dumb question. I have soup. Would you like soup?
Is it
Yeah.
all?
He just looks at you. His tired eyes.
Genuinely curious.
I have soup.
And what?
I'll take soup.
I'll take some soup. A little bit, please.
Okay. He goes and walks into the back.
Many sad people.
I mean,
I
it's
think he's
cold
just
outside.
tired.
And it's cold outside. Not many people like it being this cold. It's been dark for too long.
I've seen long, long blizzards in my time.
Hopefully this one is a fast blizzard.
That's probably the scariest thing about blizzards. You never know when they're going to end.
I don't suppose this one has more than a couple hours left. As somebody comes and sits at your table.
I'm gonna size him up.
He's a rather well-dressed man with a very slicked back hair. He's got also a slicked like mustache, and he's just wearing a large smile. He sits down. He's not wearing winter clothing at all. His clothing definitely looks a little warmer, but not something that you would wear if you were to even like step outside for a few seconds.
So like me.
Yeah, he seems. His clothing seems to have a little bit more of a southern style to it as well, like outside of Icewind Dale. Welcome to my town.
Oh,
Are you
your
the
town.
speaker?
Yes. Nerf Maxel Dana, at your service.
Hello. Drit holds out his hand to shake.
He goes to shake it, is like going to shake it. Looks at your hand. Oh, you look a bit cold in here. Should I have them turn up the fire?
I'm fine.
All right.
So
He
you not feel cold?
grabs your hand by the front and the back and then shakes furiously. Me? Oh, I feel the cold plenty. It's almost damn near freezing in here. Maybe I should have them turn them up.
Why you not wear warmer clothes?
Oh, I think it's better to be presentable than to be comfortable. Where did
Drit
Owen
can
go?
understand
This
that.
girl
He
just
nods.
kind of wrinkles her face like, what?
Drit kind of
Not
nods and
too bad of a-
understands that.
Not too bad of a philosophy.
What?
Well, you look like travelers. I've never seen you before. So, what brings you to my town?
We just came here to rest.
Did you know?
Oh, also looking for spirit creatures.
Spirit creatures.
Elementals.
Yes.
That sounds interesting. What kind of creatures?
Known as Chwingas.
Interesting. What do these Twingas do?
Mostly
We-
just play pranks, I believe.
Pranks.
We were just sent to capture one
They're
and bring
harmless?
it back to them. Yeah.
Oh, from what I know, yes.
Good. Don't want them bothering my town at all. If you found one here.
No, I've not found any.
Drit lights the lantern and sees if anything is nearby.
The lantern.
Wasn't the lantern lit the whole way here?
No, he would have turned it off during the blizzard. He wouldn't have felt comfortable having that on.
The lantern
Okay.
reveals no green flames.
Drit shakes his head. No elemental.
Good. Very good. Well, is there anything I can get the three of you?
We got
Um,
some soup.
Oh, of course, that's on me. He reaches into his pouch and pulls out 6 copper.
Does he hold it out to
No, he
us?
just puts it on the table.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, quick question.
Hmm.
And I don't mean to
Yes.
come across as rude, but you seem to be overly friendly. May I ask as to why?
What's wrong with that?
I figured
Sure.
that'd be the best way to approach newcomers. I don't think you'd tell me anything if I was anything but.
What's wrong with being friendly? Drit looks
Just-
at Wokenshade.
Not what I've had experiences with people.
Tell me, if I had my militia captain come and arrest you, would you talk to me better or worse?
Probably worse.
He does
Exactly.
have a point.
I feel a little charisma goes a long way.
You have weird standards, but very good at talking, yes.
Great likes this man.
Thank you. Drit, I assume?
Yes.
He looks between the two, who he doesn't know the name of.
Oh, a skill.
Ah, yes.
Vulcan chat.
Mm. Well, I can tell that at least a couple of you are locals. Are you a local too, Vokenshad? It's a very strange name.
Not per se, no.
Hmm.
Local? I'm not from here.
Oh, of course you
I
aren't.
am.
Of course you
Drit
aren't, darling.
raises
I've seen plenty of your kind.
Drit raises his hand. I am.
Good. Yes. Well, we've traded with some tribesmen from time to time.
Oh, really?
Of course. What better way to maintain relations with your neighbors than friendly trade? Speaking of which, some dwarves should have showed up with a shipment of mine. They haven't shown up yet.
Oh, yes, we saw them on the way here. They coming.
Oh, I assumed the blizzard slowed them down. Glad to know that was the case.
They're also keeping shipment very safe.
Good, good. Well, if there's anything else I could do for you, please, you can find me here. I stay here. The town hall doesn't really befit me.
What's his name again?
Nerth Maxildanar.
I actually have that written down. I hope I have it spelled correct.
Oh, I did not. I got Nerth right.
You got Nerith right. I got Nerith right as well, but I have Maxil and Denard as two separate words.
Same.
Maxildanar. Probably Maxildanar. That's probably how you pronounce that.
Max Hilton, yeah. That's
Nerth
What's this town called
Maxildanar.
again?
Targos?
Targos.
Alright. Well, I'll see you later.
See you later.
He stands up, puts a couple more copper on the table, and then walks away.
That nice man.
Pretty nice, yes.
Better than the last speaker we met.
Absolutely.
Still seem to be a little overly friendly.
And what's it wrong with
I'm
that?
used to.
People should be
Just-
nice to strangers, not me.
There's a difference between nice and paying for a random stranger's meal.
It is niceties.
How come you think that's suspicious, but not the man give us silver for free?
I thought it was
Because-
suspicious.
The man giving the silver out wanted us out of his hair, and he wanted to do it non-meanly.
No, he wanted to cover up secret.
There's also another option, which is why he did that. But an option that we would not be able to secret we would not be able to figure out without fighting off possibly a whole town.
I know, I'm just saying it not that weird. This man just nice. Stupid but nice.
Yeah, you're nice.
I will trust your guys' choices of character.
I not know many nice people till I come down here. Too cold to be nice up north.
The large balding man at this point comes by with your 3 bowls of soup.
Is it warm?
It's lukewarm.
Ugh.
Like it was made a while ago, and then was kept near a fire.
Are you wanting that
Drit
warmed up?
takes it apple.
At least it probably tastes warmer than air. Oh wait, never mind. I don't feel cold to me.
Drit takes it happily and starts drinking.
Yeah, Skulls is gonna eat it.
Slurping it up.
The man
She ain't no wine.
The man starts gathering the copper on the table, just kind of scooping it into his hand, and he looks at it. Are you wanting a room too? You have enough here for one room?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Puts the money in his pouch on his side. I'll get you a key.
Thank you.
Damn cool.
A
He-
skill.
Just waves at you, walks away.
Yes.
I'm gonna perform a little bit of magic on your soup.
What kind?
I warm up your soup.
That all it do?
For this one, that's all I'm going to do this time, is just warm up your soup.
Good. Be careful next time.
I am careful with my spells, do not worry.
Magic still suspicious sometimes. Though, if I were anyone else from Turret, they might have just smashed you. But I understand now. Some magic, okay.
You don't have druids or wizards up where you are? Wait, are there? Would I know about wizards and
Druids and shamans, for sure.
Only,
druids or
only shaman allowed to do magic because they're only one who can control it properly.
And I'm just gonna...
do they not train people to be the next shaman?
I don't know. I never become shaman.
Would I find it weird to have him do magic? Well, I do magic, so I guess I wouldn't find it too weird.
You do magic?
You do magic?
Yeah, I use guidance on a skill during the orc when we took back the orc from the dwarf stuff from the orcs. I meant goblins.
From the goblins?
I think you would have noticed that.
Don't remember. Oh, right. I remember. I think I got mad at you for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy your hot soup.
Thank you.
I think the moral of the story is going to be consent before casting spells.
Remember, kids, ask consent before casting guidance.
No inappropriate touching.
Whoa! All right.
Hey, it's always inappropriate if you do not ask.
No inappropriate spell casting.
Exactly.
Drip might not follow that. Use spells.
It would be a bit hard for a wizard.
After a while, when you're nearly done with your soup, the man comes by, just drops the key on the table, and walks away.
Make me wish lady or Miss Lady from other town. Good
Yep.
service.
Britt, do you want the rest of my soup?
Drit takes the rest of his soup and starts slurping it down.
No, you
There.
really don't eat enough.
It was full, don't worry.
But you were full last time.
Yes, I get full on little food.
Drit is happy to have someone like you, so.
Perhaps I make you good meal. Get you big and strong.
Drit likes you when
You
you
put
cook.
stronger already there, but thank you for the thought.
No, get stronger. Always room to improve.
Drit is strong too. Drit produces his muscle. It looks pretty thick, so because he cuts wood for a living.
Very good. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
So I'm seeing beefsteak, and beanpole.
Twig, not beanpole.
Only though, I don't see many arms where I'm from. Too bundled up.
Took off his coat when he came inside.
How are you never cold?
Oh, I don't feel it.
You don't feel anything, or you just don't feel the cold?
Not the cold. Just been that way since I was born, but don't want to tell why. Because it ruined my life.
Oh, then I will not press. I can appreciate having secrets.
Thank you, thank you. Let's not harm you for sure.
I really care about. As long as it doesn't bring any harm to the rest of us.
It shouldn't. Nice thing about the cold is that the meat rarely go bad.
Just doesn't have time to decay before you eat it, or just too
Because
cold
it
for it?
froze. Freeze immediately.
Very, very interesting. And Vulcanshad just goes into like thinking mode.
Skull
Drit finishes both soups and is just now just sitting there watching you two.
Skull's looking around to see all the different things that are different about this place compared to the other two towns that she's from or been lived in.
This building in particular, pretty much everything about it is old, just screams old. The wood looks like it's half rotted. Anywhere there's stone, it's all cracked and crumbling. All of the decor looks about the same.
Is it the worst I've seen?
It's probably the worst building you've ever seen.
Wow. This place is a dump.
If you want to give me a perception check.
Don't say that.
Is it pretty? How does it look to Drit?
About the same.
Okay.
Very, very, somewhat obviously, you can see rats roaming across the floor picking up scraps. And then going and hiding in the walls. Almost as commonly as you'd see just a cat walking around.
At least animals enjoy it. They're lucky they're not too big enough to eat.
If any cat came by Drit would pet it.
No cats, just rats.
Like rats, then Drit would do nothing of the sort.
This girl watches the rats. Now she's interested in them.
All right, you watch the rats for a while. I assume you eventually go to bed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
Are
make
there
your...
three?
Hmm?
Are there 3 beds in this bedroom that we have?
You make your way up to the bedroom, open the door, walk in. There is barely enough room for like 2 of you to stand in here, and there's only 1 bed.
2 giant people are trying like, oh.
I can sleep in the hall.
Do you want us to sleep in here, Wokenshire? We can get another room.
You guys can sleep in here. I can sleep outside.
No room in here for both of us. Too big.
On the floor, 1 in the bed.
How tall is this? Are me and Scal like crouched?
No, the room itself is, average height. Well, how tall are both of you again?
6'5".
6'3".
Oh yeah, you're okay. You're getting close to the ceiling, but you're not, because the ceiling's
We
around
can
7
easily
feet.
touch the ceiling.
If you
we
reach up,
raise-
yeah, it's right there.
I've been in smaller.
But the room is probably intentionally small to keep the heat in a little bit better. So in the room is just the bed with just a bunch of just random furs. They're not even like stitched together in a blanket. It's just a bunch of furs. A desk with a oil lantern on it, and then that's it. And then the rest is standing space.
You 2 sleep in here. I've got a few things I want to check out around town before I go to bed.
Okay. But be careful. It's still cold outside.
I will be. Don't worry.
And the 2 of you, one of you can lay on the floor. Either your head or your feet will just be like under the desk, with the nightstand.
You want bed? I can sleep floor. I'm not used to beds still.
Drit just doesn't care. He would
You
even
take bed. I take floor.
because he's used to that.
Takes the floor.
All right, Drit just lays on the bed. Oh wait, takes off his shoes and then snuggles into the bed. Oh, you would notice he was about to take off his shirt and then puts it back down before you notice. He
Maybe not.
This guy doesn't say anything.
You go into the bed, like under the furs, or just sit on top of them?
He goes under the furs.
All right. You find the mattress to be it's like yellowing and a little moldy.
Ooh.
Trit puts the furs back onto the thing,
All
and
right.
then grabs the wolf blanket from his bag.
Sleep on top of the furs and use the wolf blanket as a blanket, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Trit's mom made him that blanket after he killed that wolf. So
I thought you were about to say after he killed her.
would never kill his stepmom.
no matricide at the moment. Keep your backstory in character, Jackson.
Oh, sorry.
Wokenshad, where are you going?
Gonna kind of tour the docks
Okay.
and try to look as unsuspicious as possible, just walking around.
The blizzard has ended at this point. Give me just sort of like a stealth check, just for like trying to blend in. There are other folks like here or there, usually in pairs. Most of them seem to be fishermen checking on their boats, tying them up, doing some sort of closing down of different the boats. They're closing down their boats, locking them down.
Okay. Gonna kind of venture around for a few hours. Once it's a relative decent time before like locking up for the tavern, I'll go back into it.
You were pretty much almost to that point by the time you left.
Oh, okay, then I will find shelter outside.
Okay, you just find an alley to duck in.
Find an alley to duck in, make myself a little corner thing, and then do stuff that I can't say in front of the others.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh boy. Eat people?
No, I don't eat people.
There's a hobo next to you, split open his skull.
Look, I don't know. He might be another Hoboken.
Hoboken was a hero.
Hoboken ate people? I don't remember that.
No, wait, not Hoboken. Who am I thinking of?
Glothlin.
Glothlin. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Come morning, I try to make sure I'm back before they get up.
Yeah, so around morning time, the two of you will eventually get up. You make your way downstairs, and you see. Here, give me a d20, Wokenshad. Wokenshad is sitting at a table, just waiting.
Good morning.
Hope you don't wait long.
Only a few minutes.
Good.
Okay. So I assume everyone orders some breakfast.
Yep.
I only eat about half of mine.
Surprise, surprise. It's soup. It's the only option.
The rest. Drit eats the rest.
It's even colder than the night before.
I heat
Drit's
it up.
not happy because it's colder.
Do you want me to heat it up, Drit?
Yes, Drit would like to heat it up.
Press the digitation and heat up your soup.
It is happy.
What about you, Eskel? I know you don't necessarily like magic. Do you want me to
It's fine. It's
heat
fine. You can do.
I heat up yours?
Eat
And we have
soup.
to this morning. We're gonna want to head out as soon as we can.
Yes. Where do we go from
Probably pick up some oil.
What was that, Drit?
We should probably pick up some oil.
Be a bad idea. So let's go look for the general store and then we'll head out.
Finishing your breakfast, you see the speaker, Nerith, walking down the stairs of the inn and going for the door, wearing a now very appropriate larger pants and larger, thicker pants and a coat. Still not as much as someone else, like an average person wears. He's not covering his face or his head at all.
Going to get sick.
Are you saying that, Tim, or are you saying that as he leaves?
I'm just saying that out loud to people like us, our table.
Okay. Yeah, he just walks out the door.
Some people are very interesting.
Oh, most people. Especially down here. Up north, everyone the same. Hunt, kill, whatever. Down here, everything different.
You'll have to take us to your homeland sometime. It sounds very, very interesting.
Oh, no.
What's so different? As the half orc asks the human.
Oh, no tree. No, nothing. Hills of snow. Sometimes cliff if you're lucky. Mostly find monster, kill it, make it a tent out of it, and then you die of frostbite or whatever. It's not very nice up there.
Bum, 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 bum. You see a tiefling just darting down the stairs and running out the door. Just a red-skinned tiefling.
Our tiefling's very.
Trouble, or he's late for something.
Tieflings aren't particularly common, but they're not unheard of.
Have I seen
Uh,
them?
Guessing I've seen tieflings, haven't I?
Bryn Shander would probably have a few tieflings.
But would I see them?
They also aren't really able to wear a lot of the same sort of hoods and hats that most other people are. So you can tell whenever you see tiefling because their horns poke out from whatever they're wearing.
Okay. So I've
What-
probably been explained them to me.
Yeah,
Would I have met tieflings in Lonelywood?
probably not. Well, that's
Probably
not
not.
true. Lonelywood probably would have a
Yeah.
couple tieflings.
Okay.
Let's go find that general store
Okay.
and get on our way. Because the sooner we're on our way, the quicker we are to where we need to go.
Trick grabs his bag and is ready to head out.
This guy has all our stuff already.
Yeah, I've got nice stuff.
Okay, and you leave. How are you looking for a general store? Just asking around?
Pretty much.
Ask the barkeep.
Oh.
That's about what I expected.
Dritz asks a nicer looking person where the general store
Alright,
is.
so you leave the building. You notice that nobody has stayed in the common area for the breakfast other than you three. Find a random person to ask. It's not hard. The people here seem to be friendly to an extent. They don't seem to be as standoffish as some of the other towns that some of you have been to.
Where would the general store be?
Oh, you're looking for Triglio. That way.
I think.
Yeah. You make your way to the building known as the Triglio.
Drit just kind of watches Estelle and Wokenshade to see what building they go into.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I guess we go towards the Triglio.
Turglio.
That one, yes.
Walking in, it's a very long building, and the room you walk into is fairly small. And behind a counter that has a room that leads into the back room is the building itself. Real quick, is very warm. You step inside and it's almost hot. Like there are two different hearths just billowing flame. And the man behind the counter is wearing more comfortable clothing, nothing big and bulky. He's a very scarecrow-like fellow, very skinny, with almost a saggy like skin.
And if you can afford to eat.
Hello. We
hello.
would like to get some oil vials. How much is one?
Of course, of course. Let me go see what I have in stock. And he walks into the back. The room itself, other than the two hearths, is actually empty.
Any kind of special stuff around that Trit could look at?
The room is empty, other than the desk, not the desk, the counter and two hearths.
What a strange way to display. I cannot see a thing.
I think it's more of you ask for what you need and then he brings it to you.
He comes back out. You see him carrying a crate in the handles, and you see that his left hand seems to be permanently mangled in some way.
Ooh.
And he goes and sets the box on the counter. All right, I have several bottles. How many are you looking for?
How much is one?
One? Oh, I can give that to you for a silver.
Silver. Okay, we will take 10 bottles. Drit produces 10 silver.
Oh, perfect. He reaches in and grabs one bottle out at a time and sets it on the counter using his good hand.
And Drip kind of wraps it as he's putting it into his backpack. He's already set the silver onto the counter.
Yep. And he waits to grab it until he's put them all out, and then slides the coin into his pouch. All right.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Do we need any rations?
He looks at the other two.
I suppose have you raw meat?
I can sell you some pre-cured meats if you're looking for some road rations,
No.
or some water rations if you're fishers.
Okay, I have rations still, but do you have meat I can cook? I cook meat.
Oh, you could warm up some of the cured meats.
What they have on sale is what they can store.
Do you have flour? She can make stuff with flour.
Oh, baking, that kind of magic, I not do that.
She's right.
Huh.
Baking ain't for the faint-hearted.
Takes a lot of time and a lot of space to bake.
Belcher tried to explain to me, it not make sense.
There's this woman I heard of in Cardinival. She made pastries out of fish. Sounds disgusting if you ask me, but...
As soon as you said you couldn't bake with flour, you see Drit kind of get a little sad.
Oh,
I think we're fine without the rations, and we all still have a couple of our own, and there's always the chance of foraging on our way.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else I can do for you?
Perfectly fine. Anyone else need anything?
no.
Shakes his head.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Pastries out of fish, how?
As you're leaving, you hear him start to sing almost quietly to himself.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Drink the old lads and hoist upon the line. And then the door closes.
Well, one way to try to make a pastry out of fish is you just use fish oil instead of, whale oil or vegetable oil.
That does not count. That's like saying you kill a mammoth because you clip its toes.
Can you make this fish out of mammoth?
Do what?
Well, see how they do it, and it's exaggerated.
Oh.
Who made that? That was not one of our homes.
Hmm?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get on our way, shall we?
Yes. Let's do we look around here with lantern or do we go elsewhere?
I doubt it's going to be around here.
They could say that they weren't in big cities, and this one looks pretty big.
So then we're
Big
going to your
and
home then, did it?
Yep, off to your home, Drit. Let us go.
Okay.
You begin to trudge through the town, snow crunching under your feet. You start to hear the bark of a dog over the whistle of the wind.
Are we outside the gate, or are we just heading to the gate?
Heading to the gate. You're trudging through the town.
Drit will kind of look and see if he sees the dog or anything.
Coming from the direction of the gate is a wolf-sized sled dog with light gray fur, booking it just directly for you.
Oh,
Drit will use friendship with animal.
Okay, you cast animal friendship. You want to throw that in chat real quick? It needs to make a wisdom save. So the dog continues bounding for you. Leaps up, tackling you to the ground, and starts licking your face.
Drit is laughing and starts petting it. Oh, good boy. And then he gets up and starts petting him.
I am behind the scale.
It then steps back away from you just slightly outside of your reach and starts whimpering and looking behind it. You see now that it's closer to you. It has a broken harness, broken like leather harness to it. Like you
someone
see
need help.
sled dogs. And then two guards start running up as well. Oh, stop the! Oh, stop that dog!
What's going on?
Oh, it's just burst in from out of the gates. Is it yours?
No, I think dog run from someone who need help.
Well, we'll make sure we take care of that, I guess. They start walking forward to the dog, which
Oh no, we
then
can take it.
gets behind Drit.
Drit will protect it, saying, I can take care of dog.
We go take dog to people. We find them. We're leaving anyways.
The guards narrow their eyes a little bit. Fine. Just make sure it doesn't cause any more trouble.
Come on, do it. Take care of that dog.
The guards start leaving. And then the dog grabs Drip by the bootstraps and starts trying to pull him along, which, due to the size of the dog, nearly throws you off balance.
Drit just follows the dog, kind of tripping, but he's happy to help.
You follow Drit.
And he starts leading you further into the town.
Oh, into the town.
Eventually, you get to the front door of a modest-looking dwelling, and he starts scratching at the door and barking.
Drit knocks at the door.
Okay. You hear footsteps in a voice saying, all right, hold on there, hold your horses. And a door opens, and a handsome-looking man in his 30s opens the door. He looks at the dog and gives it a pet as it runs past him inside, and looks back up, and his face falls. Come in.
What are you expecting?
Oh, my husband.
I
assume since you had my dog that something happened.
Your dog asked us to come here.
Yes.
Perhaps we can track where your dog come from.
Please, let me make you some tea and then you can head out.
There might not be time to waste.
He's not close. At least he shouldn't be close to here.
Oh.
Maybe.
Walks in.
Leads you to a fairly small but comfy looking area. You sit for a minute, just kind of waiting by the fire, until eventually he comes back in with a wooden board with some cups on it. And then he goes and sits down on couch or chair, a chair opposite.
He
no,
or
no
she?
couches. He.
Oh, he. Okay.
I was born in Ten Towns, but my husband came from a wealthy family in Neverwinter.
Oh.
Garrett never cared for the city life. When I met him, he was working as a guide. He loved the outdoors. He loved to climb mountains. A few days ago, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead them up the slopes of Calvin's Cairn. Garrett's plan was to take the adventurers to Carriconig and, the town at the foot of Calvin's Cairn. After they acquired some climbing gear, he was to lead them up the mountain. He took like 6 dogs and a sled with him. Boy here, he pets the dog. He was Garrett's favorite. Raised him from a pup. Boy would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible happened. I know, it's a lot to ask. But you did also offer, would you mind going up there to find Garrett and his companions? I don't have money, but the proprietor of the Luskin Arms is a friend of mine, and I could give you free rooms.
Crit will help. Crit stands up and is ready to help her. I meant him. Right.
Well, we could use any excuse to look around, anyways. I know of Kerkonig. I'm from there, sort of. I lived there for a while.
Good. Okay.
What's his name?
Whose name?
This guy's.
Oh, I don't think you've asked.
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Keegan.
This is your husband's name.
Garrett.
Garrett, yes. Yeah.
Do you know anything of the adventurers you take?
No, I didn't meet them, so I don't know anything about them. But you can ask somebody at the Frozen Far Expeditions in Carconig.
I believe I know these people. We go.
Thank you. Thank you
Try
so
to
much.
find him as best we can.
She'll pet the dog before leaving.
I'm still wary of the dog just due to size.
So do you leave?
Yes.
Ready to help that.
Unless there's anything you can tell us.
I don't know anything else. I promise. The dog
Put
has
them to wait.
Oh, can I use talk to animal?
You want to cast Talk to Animal?
Ask what happened with the dog.
It's a good thing that the dog can't speak out loud with this. Because then it could be really sad for the guy to hear.
So he asks what happened and is your master okay?
Master had fall. Master got fight big white monster. Fall down.
Was he in a city or was he just on the road?
Up large mountain.
Thank you. You good boy.
I pee nearby. Sniff for my pee.
Drit takes that to note and then says, "You good boy. Me will go find your master."
He nuzzles up to you with his head, and his large tail just starts slapping the ground. Boom, 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 boom.
So,
Drit pets him and then says, "We need to go."
sir, dogs have an impeccable sense of smell. Can we borrow this dog to come with us?
Oh, of course, yes. That would probably help you a lot.
Good idea. He could retrace steps.
Retracing steps, but he could
Okay,
know his map.
Trit asks the dog to lead them where to his master.
I come, I smell pee. I could do it.
Dogs always get so excited about tiniest things.
So, what do they see? Am I barking at the dog too, or
No,
You
you're probably
communicate verbally, so you move. Oh, no, that's talking, isn't it?
yeah, you're just communicating normally, and then the dog seems like it's reacting to you in some in probably what's slightly an unnatural way.
So I guess it's like it's like if you could go like, oh, you want to do blah boy, you want to do blank, but the dog actually understands.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
so? He points and says, "Liron."
All right, the Keegan does take the broken leather straps off of the dog, and then make sure his collar's nicely fixed.
We protect dog, and get your husband back.
Thank you. I'll do what I can to find a reward for you in the meantime.
Dog! Yes! You tell us the way.
The dog books it, barking really loud.
I guess we start heading with the dog out of the city.
Azo's done showing us the way.
You make your way out of the city. The guards that are currently standing at the gate are the ones that were chasing the dog, and they just kind of watch you as you leave.
As we step past, I was just like, we helping master of dog.
You could speak to it, can you?
He can apparently.
Bunch of crazies.
Crit is just following the dog. So where are we heading? We're heading to
Karakhonig is this one.
Yes, cold place like to fish, but can't as much.
And this is the place that Garrett was supposedly taking the adventurer, the people who hired him.
Have you ever been there? Or probably not.
Dang, that dog traveled.
Probably not.
Is he going what? Are we going this way or are we going around?
Follow path always faster.
That's not if the dog can't remember.
Well, dog probably find its own scent or something when we get closer, but it will take longer if we just walk through everything.
Not to mention that gets us awfully close to the Dwarves Valley.
All right. I guess
And
we'll
our
start heading
with
to
them.
Brightgander, and then we'll head to Cardinville.
Sir Denivel, that's where the fish baking lady is. How convenient, we can try fish bake.
I don't think we'll have time. We need to make it fast.
We will need to sleep eventually.
Let's just move as fast as we can for now. We'll focus on the fish pastries after.
Yes, fair.
All right, we start heading to Brightgander, Caleb.
Okay. Make your way to Bryn Shander. Takes you approximately 2 hours to get there. And then do you travel immediately to Caer Dineval?
There
Most likely.
and then stopping.
Not stopping in Bryn Shander at all. You go in one gate and out the other.
As it's probably quite common.
It's to begin your travel to Caer Dineval. And you get there approximately after about 11 hours. Nothing impedes your path along the way.
I've been here once before, only passed through.
And how was your experience with it last
Oh,
time?
Drit would have lit the lantern every so often to see if there were any spirits.
Okay, let me roll something. You did not find any spirits along the path,
All right.
of which you probably had it on for a total of, we'll say, 5 hours, half the time ish. However, it is like a couple hours till sunset by the time you get there. Are you entering or are you going straight to Caer Konig?
We can make it straight to Caer Konig.
Yes, we can probably.
And no real reason in stopping if we can make it there.
Agreed.
Drit is filling up the lantern. That way they have a lantern as they're traveling.
Okay, you're gonna light it up as you're traveling again.
Yep.
Okay.
Then we take off towards Caer Konig.
Okay. It takes you 2 additional hours to get to Caer Konig. The sun doesn't ever rise.
The bright orb in the sky, with a slight brightening of the clouds.
No, the sun doesn't actually rise over the mountains. So
Does it say the same like
you see
brightness?
more or less. So you see that the air does become twilight, as if the sun is trying to rise over the mountains, but does not. So the twilight of the sky is starting to dwindle back down to its darkened self. And you approach Caer Konig.
Usual, right?
Yeah, this is completely normal for the past few years.
Drit is like, okay.
It's very strange to you, Vokenshad. You've never seen anything like it,
Indeed.
except for the time that you've been here. But as you're walking, Drit flicks on the lantern. Is about to go flick it off when he realizes it's the wrong color. The flame is green.
We could
We
grab it real quick.
If we grab it now, we have to keep with us for so long. Better we grab it on the way back, right?
yes, let's mark where it
we
is.
don't know if it moves.
No, but now we know that there was one here, so we have a good idea of where they are.
Yes, there are lives at stake.
Okay. Drit flicks it off, I guess.
And we mark on the map where we are so that we know where to come back to.
Starting to enter Caer Konig, you see a bundled figure just kind of stomping about the snow. You hear me, wind? I'm on to you and your tricks.
Do I know this person?
Just give me a quick history check. Not a super high DC. It hasn't rolled for me. 18. Oh yeah, you know this this lady is a human known as Elva. She's known very prominently throughout the town as kind of the crazy lady. She always claims that things are the wind is breaking into her house, moving things around and stealing things.
That's what
Alva,
Yeah,
good to see you.
you better watch the wind. They're causing trouble.
Yes, I keep eye out very well.
Stupid wind. They're stealing my stuff again! The wind is cursed!
Trit looks at the sky.
I mean, the light did go green, so it is a possibility it's the spirits.
She doesn't seem so crazy now, does she?
She starts
I always
scooping
was-
up some snow and throwing it at the cottage nearby, which you know to be her house.
We have no time. She's been crazy for a long time. That means that there is spirit there that stay.
More than likely.
So we know that we can come back.
Let's hurry on and try to find Keegan.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait from here, little pupper. We need no, not little, not little.
Are we in the town now?
Yeah, you can walk past her and enter the town. She just continues shouting at the wind and telling you just how cursed it is.
All right. Now it's time for you to lead us to your master.
You're gonna keep going out of Caerconic. You're not gonna.
Looking at
Oh wait, no, it's dark, right?
it's
Yeah.
darkening, yes.
Oh.
Probably best to sleep first.
I would agree, because it can be a really bad time if you get caught out there at night.
Okay.
Seem like Yeti, probably.
First, though, we need to go in and find the tavern. We need a place to stay.
True. Let's find that now. I think I know.
Wait, you've lived here, so we would just follow you.
Well, I live at friend house. He not live here no more. So I don't actually know of place to stay. I think I see people stay some places.
We can always ask the town guard.
I think I know hook, line, and sinker. They have drinking there. I don't know if people stay.
It doesn't hurt to check.
Or perhaps Northern Light. Should I do a history check?
Sure. 10 would be enough. The Northern Light Inn.
Northern Light, yes, that is the one. You stay there, yes. I go there.
Let's go find the Northern Lighting.
Make your way towards the Northern Light Inn. You see this town does have people walking about. They're shuffling around between their homes, keeping their heads down. They don't even give you looks as you pass by. As you begin to approach where the Northern Light Inn is, a pile of snow starts to stir. Someone beneath the snow suddenly stands and starts yelling, "Who goes there? Is it thieves? Have I found the creeping bastards?"
Who is it? Do I know them?
He pulls down the scarf covering his face, and you see a silver dragonborn holding onto an empty wine bottle as if it was a weapon. He belches and grins at you. "Pardon my manners. Bit jittery with all the thieving going on. I'm Torvis, town speaker."
I know. You see Eskel just roll her eyes when he emerges.
Hello, I am Crit. Crit holds out his hand to shake.
He goes to grab it, slips on the snow, and just kind of falls forward. "Well, you're a
Drit
very cold fella,
reaches-
aren't you?"
Drit reaches down and shakes his hand either way.
"Oh, yeah, very firm handshake." He begins to stand up. "Oh, you're up here."
I'm just thinking to myself, are all these people in this town nuts?
I mean, I did live here.
Well, what are you folks doing in here? You're not thieving, are you?
No, just passing through. Need to go rescue someone.
All right. Well, if you're not the thieves, then I guess I should continue my patrol. I'll start by escorting you fine folks to the Northern Light. Get myself a refill.
He starts shaking his wine bottle upside down, looking sad that nothing's coming out.
Hey.
Do you know that man?
Hmm? You
Know
asked
that
me?
man? Yes,
Oh,
I must
yes, he town speaker.
know him personally.
Hard not to know him by sight. I don't know if he know me. I don't know if he know anything.
Alrighty then.
He begins stumbling his way through the snow.
Guess we should follow him still.
As you probably know, this town probably it's been having some thievery troubles. No one's seen anything really. Just the other night, the lantern over at the Northern Light was stolen. Corey will...
Drit, as he's talking, lights the lantern and sees it's green.
It is not green here.
Oh, it is not green. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it's not green here.
You know, Corey wouldn't let me hear the end of it because I haven't been able to find those responsible. Not yet, anyway, but I have a knack for this stuff.
You've gotten to the Northern Light at this point, and sure enough, Eskel, you can see where there once was the beautiful lantern that hung above the building no longer sits there.
She frowns. Used to be so pretty.
I know. You know, there was this one time I remember where I kicked a half ogre in the river and watched him float away just for taking a fish out of my boat.
I don't know whether to.
How did you kick the guy? How did you kick the ogre?
Oh, he was trying to take some fish out of my boat. So I stood up, took a run, and kicked him full square in the chest with both of my feet. He went tumbling down into the water. Fun fact about ogres, they can't swim.
Drit, eyes open wide, like, really?
There was another time where I tricked a whole group into kobolds believing I was a dragon. Can you believe that? You know how easy that was? Kobolds are so stupid. Oh, there was another time when
Eskel's walking into the building now.
Drit is still listening to his stories because Drit would be fascinated by all his
I'm
stories.
following this guy.
All right. Well, if you two are walking in, Trovis, not Torvis, Trovis, follow you in, but does not stop talking. He just keeps telling this random story after random story.
I'm
And
assuming we walk
Drit
into
is
a theater of rolling
eating it up.
You walk into an inn that is mostly empty. A young woman looks up as you enter, and gives Trovis a chastising smile. Did you fall asleep outside again, Trovis? I'm telling you, one day you're gonna have to stop relying on the kindness of strangers. The woman then opens the door into the back and calls out, "Heat up something for Trovis. He's been out patrolling again." Eskel, you know this to be Allie.
Hello, good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you as well. It's been a while. I think you've only been in here once.
Yes, not often. Moved to shoot, I forget the name. Bryn Shander, yes. Bryn Shander with Beltred.
Oh, the big leagues.
Yes, very weird there. Lots of things.
I remember Beltred. He stayed here for quite a few nights before he rented a home.
He's a good man.
Allie walks around and just quiets Trovis by grabbing his mouth and like his snout, and leads him to his chair and sits him down in it.
I like this woman.
But I wasn't done listening as he was hearing more stories about his stuff.
Oh, don't worry, almost none of them are true.
What? Of course they're all.
Trovis, I know better.
Trent looks utterly depressed now, thinking he had met a super hero that he's never met before, and now it just looks depressed.
You know, most of them are true.
It makes
It's
them
very
tired
strange.
of-
So it brings you out to the end of the world, basically.
Oh, yes.
We were looking for an explorer group that their dog says it was attacked by something white. Oh yeah, Drit would have
dog?
told you guys. Would have told you guys what the dog has told him.
Yes, we believe perhaps Yeti attack. They left here from Frozen Far expeditions.
Their dog told you this.
Yes, he speak to dog. It's weird.
Uh-huh. The door to the back swings open, and a stern-looking woman enters holding a steaming bowl of soup. She places the bowl in front of Torvis.
Trent looks over at the woman.
You talk to dogs, huh?
No, not all the time.
That's pretty strange. And here I thought Trovis would be the strangest one here.
She said similar thing about me.
And Escal, you'd know this to be Corey.
Of course, yes.
Is magic very common here?
From the sounds of it, much.
It's like yes, but no.
Okay.
So what's old Trovis been telling you?
All his stories. I thought they were pretty interesting. But apparently they're fake. He looks depressed.
I mean, don't do that one.
Told what?
Oh, I was talking to Drit. I could have told them that they were fake. They would have told them back.
And you would have made Trit depressed.
Did you hear about the robberies that have been happening?
Yes, very terrible.
Yeah, they even stole the lantern off of the front of our building. Like, it doesn't do anything other than light up the place.
Pretty awful, yes. It's a shame. Beautiful lantern.
Are you in town for a reason, or maybe you're looking for a job?
Looking to rescue some people as soon as day, but we can come back and investigate the missing things after we come back.
Oh, sure. Somebody's in trouble?
Yes, person took group of adventurers to climb the big mountain, but not come back.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful around there. A lot of Yetis.
Yes, that's what we believe.
His name was Keegan.
Yes.
Right, well. If you need any work when you're done with that, you can come on back. We got something for you.
Thank you.
I
How
think
much
tonight
for the
all we
rooms?
need is
Drit
room.
asks.
What?
How much for the rooms? Drit asks.
That'll be about 5 silver a room. Or if you got anything to trade, of course we're happy to do so.
5 silver should be affordable. How
Drit.
big rooms?
Oh, there's smaller rooms. In order to keep the heat in more, but we try to keep them as comfortable as possible.
Drit hands over 5 silver.
All right, 1 room. Any more?
I take 1 room. Hands over.
All right. All right, sounds good. So which one is the couple?
Believe me, the 2 big ones.
Oh, but she looks confused for a second, just thinking about the fact that Drit and Eskel are the ones that gave money for 2 different rooms.
Yes, I thought I have own room because me big.
I was making a joke. I will be sleeping in one of the 2 rooms just on the floor.
Of course they are,
Oh, what-
Allie. Don't assume things. Corey stands up and walks out. Allie turns and throws like empty cup at her as the door closes.
Is that normal for him? That is not very polite.
That's normal, yes. They argue all the time.
All right, well, I'll get you keys for your rooms. She stands up and kind of does like an anger shuffle to the back into the back room. And you begin to hear yelling.
Drit just starts not wanting to be here anymore.
Every time with this.
Seems that he's not very polite. And
Both sisters.
no, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the dude who just walked out and threw a cup at her.
No, that was
No, that was
That was
her.
the girl.
Allie and Corey.
Ali and Cody. I got names mixed up. My apologies.
Drovis, you look, he's passed out on the table.
Not surprised.
The spoonful the spoon for the soup in his hand and the soup itself kind of tipped a little bit and pouring down his shirt.
It's a bowl, and with no one looking, I'll clean his shirt with prestidigitation.
Okay.
Gotta be nice.
But eventually Allie does come back. Her hair looks like it was disheveled and very quickly tried to put it back in order. And she comes and sets down 2 keys, breathing heavily. There you go. 2 rooms. Anything else?
You okay?
Me, I'm fine. Perfectly good.
Perfectly good as usual.
As usual. Thank you.
Let's go to the rooms.
Dorit, I'll see you up in that room. I'm gonna go do something outside real quick.
Okay. Are you okay? Wolfenstein?
Yeah, I'm perfect. I like to take in my surroundings. The sky here is very pretty. So I just like to look at it for a while.
Okay. Drit heads to his room.
This girl's gonna find her room and make sure she fits nicely in it.
The
Drit
bed,
checks for mold.
no, this area is very nicely put together. It has not several, but like a few fur blankets per room. There are actually a couple extra stacked, folded nicely on the bed of Drit's room.
Drit grabs the pile of blankets, throws them all. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't grab them because Wogan Shade needs some blankets. So he just wraps up in what he has.
Yeah, they do have like several different rooms. This is a bigger building. And the beds that they gave you are built for what looks to be your size.
Good, good.
Both of you.
Yay!
Vokenshad, what are you up to?
Same course of action as the last town.
Okay, but you go back in the building at some point?
Yeah.
You go back in the building and you see Corey sitting there with a key in her hand at the table, just kind of tapping it. There you are. I'm ready to lock up. Are you ready to stay in?
Yes, my apologies. I didn't realize anyone was waiting on me.
You do now. She taps the key to her nose and stands up to walk to the door.
Go and thank her for waiting for me and go out to the room.
She just waves you off. Like a nonchalant way, not like a super mad way. Like she's playing that she's more mad than she is. But eventually you all take your rest.
As he would come into the room, he would notice Drit's part of his back is totally scarred up as it's hanging out of one of the blankets.
Okay.
It's disturbing if you looked at it.
It doesn't disturb him.
Oh, okay.
Take a seat in one of the corners, lean up against the wall, wrap myself in one of the blankets, and take my rest.
A skell in the night.
Oh boy.
You begin to dream. You see the silhouette of what looks to be a large humanoid shape. A little bit more bestial in its silhouette, with long, not long, but large ram-like horns on the sides of its head. It mounts onto what looks to be a chariot of some sort. The chariot sprouts these white wings and flaps, flying away from you, begins to turn and come back. A large plesiosaur comes into view in front of you. The silhouetted creature comes forward, reaches down, grabs the plesiosaur's neck, and then flies off with the plesiosaur in hand. And then morning comes. You all awake.
I forgot to mention the dog's sleeping with me.
It's fair enough. It sleeps right on top of you. It's almost hard to breathe at times. You might have to get up occasionally in the night to kind of push him off of your chest.
Drit's used to it.
He's not super used to it.
He has with the others. Or
with the little tiny kids?
Oh, I guess, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, he would push him off. Okay.
Yeah. But morning comes. Everybody awakes.
The skull comes out looking upset.
Morning.
Terrible
What do you think?
dream. Awful dream.
What happened in the dream?
Stupid, big horn white thing. I think white? I might have imagined that. Big old horn thing come along and take Lucy out of the water, fly away with.
That's an interesting dream.
It's bad dream, stupid dream.
That's sad.
I feel like we need
Well,
to do more.
we should probably hurry up and try to save these people. If they're...
Should we go to Frozen Far expeditions?
Well,
Go there or
we
directly
have
to
a
the mountain.
dog, and he knows right where it is. So
But they might know more about the people they went with.
I mean, the more time we waste, the more likely the person's dead.
I don't know if it's wasting time, but okay.
So you immediately leave.
No time for breakfast.
You have some breakfast. The sisters don't actually charge you for the morning meal.
I said no time for breakfast, but I guess the others wanted
Oh,
to stop. That's
I,
fine.
I thought you said time for breakfast. I didn't hear
Great.
them no.
No time for breakfast.
Drit eats the ration,
Okay.
one of its rations.
Let's go eat some snacks.
So you just walk out and leave.
We leave the keys.
'Kay.
At least put the keys on the cupboard. And then we go off with the dog, finding the person.
Okay. You begin your travel.
The dog leading the way.
Dog leading the way. Alright. Travel from Carriconig to the base of Calvin's Cairn. That's 3 miles. So that's 6 hours. After about 6 hours, you begin to come to the base of the Calvin's Cairn. The sky is clear. The clear twilight. You can see the sky, the orange and purples, the orange and purple of it. Let me roll. Somebody roll a d8, please. Just Drit. You notice for a while as you've been traveling, you've been followed by a white rabbit, just like hopping in your footsteps behind you. Whenever you turn around to look, it stops moving as if trying to hide. And then when you turn back, it begins hopping along behind you again.
Drit, being just liking animals, doesn't really care and doesn't let anyone else know.
Okay. You get to the foot of Calvin's Cairn.
Lead the way. Lead the way.
Coming to the edge of one of the cliffs, you see 2 tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is an overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs.
Oh no!
Drit runs over and tries to help the dogs.
I have some spare meat. I'm gonna run over and try to feed them.
Okay. You start handing out meat as Drit's untying them. As they get untied, they just start gobbling up the meat. They seem to be very, very hungry.
Glad we hurried.
The boy, the dog you have with you, goes and sniffs kind of each one of them, and they sniff him back. And then once they're finished with their meal, they just book it.
Different directions or the same direction?
They all kind of start running the way you came.
Okay.
Towards Caerconnig.
I think we need to find their master now.
Yes.
This is boy and your territory, Eskiel.
Drit, though, as you were untying the dogs, you do find under the sled are some crates. One of which is smashed open with bits of scattered meats and breads around, as it looks like it was broken into.
Drit, you're the only one that can talk with boy. Do you want to tell him to start looking for his master?
Oh, I'm getting a call from Jackson on my phone.
Oh,
He does say he's tells the dog to lead the way. So Drit communicates with the dog, boy, to lead the way, and you begin your ascent. And that's where I'll end it for tonight.
perfect.
I think.
Thank you, adventurers, for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff, and until next time, we'll see you around the campfire.
See ya.
Bye.